Throwback Week here on Checkered Flag as we discuss Darlington. The spring race? Boy, I'm not gonna lie. Having Darlington have two true races again feels right to me. It feels like the current leadership of NASCAR, led by Steve Phelps and Steve O'Donnell, is trying to correct the wrongs from NASCAR's past by giving Darlington's second race to Texas. And boy, the man who was partially responsible just stepped down, but we'll talk more about that on Monday. All I know is we got results to go after. The Xfinity Dover race is less than 15 minutes away. So thankfully I'm DVRing it, so I'm not risking it here. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the results from all three series. All three of them did go throwback. We'll talk more about that in another Checkered Flag episode. And now, here are your top 10 for the LiftKitsForLess.com 200 at Darlington. In 10th place, and boy, after a short spiel, glad to see him get a top 10, Jordan Anderson, and probably one of the coolest paint schemes I've seen. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. In 9th place, boy, another guy with a really solid outing and a good recovery, Austin Wayne Self. In 8th place, John Hunter Nemechek. In 7th place, Timmy Hill in the 56th this week. In 6th place, Sergeant Johnny Sauter. In 5th place, Grant Enfinger. Somebody get him some sponsorship. And in 4th place, the grandfather of the truck series, Matt Crafton. And in 3rd place, and I am surprised about this, the driver of the 42, Carson Ovachar, top 3. Very good job. And in 2nd place, Ben Rhodes. And in 1st place, and it took this long, but we finally have a GMS victory by Sheldon Creed, with probably one of the fitting paint schemes that won this race, and we'll talk more about that in a later video. Overall wise, this was actually a pretty solid race in my eyes. Austin Hill finished 13th, Tyler Ankro 14th, Hallie Deegan got a top 20. You keep learning, Hallie, you're going to do fine. Chandler Smith got parked. I still don't remember why. Then again, I was filming at 3 in the morning, so I'll probably post an text to why he got parked. So, is that Norm Benning was too slow, just like Jim Benning of the Canucks. And the following drivers got into serious accidents: Parker Klingerman, David Gilliland, Spencer Davis, Tate Fogelman, Dawson Cram, BJ McLeod in the 33, Tanner Gray, Corey Ogata, Derek Kraus, actually no, not Derek Kraus, excuse me, Chase Purdy, not Benning either, Cody Robraugh, Chris Wright, and Corey Roper. Well, that's pretty much all that. Let's get to the point standings. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your point standings after the race at Darlington. In 1st place with 368 points. He's 368 points is the odds-on favorite, at least for me, to get the second 2311 race, should they get the charter for it. John Hunter Nemechek in 2nd place by 46 points with 322. Ben Rhodes. In third place with 286, last week's winner, Chase Sheldon Creed. In fourth place with 275, Austin Hill, still looking for his first victory in the Truck Series. In fifth place with 247 is the grandfather of the Truck Series, Matt Crafton. In sixth place with 236 is Todd Gilliland. In seventh place at 233, just 3 points, is Stuart Friesen. In eighth place, also at 233, Grant Enfinger. In ninth place at 230 with 230 points, last year's runner-up, Zane Smith. And in 10th place with an even 200, it is Sergeant Johnny Sauter. Now, next up is the Xfinity results. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's your top 10. Here's your top 10 for the Steakhouse Elite 200 at Darlington. In 10th place, and I don't know if he's in the game. Yep, there he is. Alex Lobb. Solid job for the guy. In 9th place, Ryan Sieg. In 8th place, Brett Moffitt. And in 7th place, and I'm not going to give away much spoilers at all, but Michael Annett might his career at Junior Motorsports might be in trouble here. But a 7th place finish, a good run for Michael Annett. In 6th place, another solid finish for Jeremy Clements. Could he be a threat for the playoffs? And in 5th place is the perennial choke artist, Daniel Hamrick. In 4th place, Noah Gragson. We'll get to him in a moment. In 3rd place, the former biggest derp in the Xfinity Series, Brandon Jones. In 2nd place, Josh Berry. And in 1st place, and boy, am I glad to see this guy get in victory lane, in Darlington no less, Justin Allgaier for his second win of the season. Yes, I believe he won Atlanta too, I think. Yeah, he did win Atlanta. Alright, before we talk about Gragson's for a second, we got to talk about some of the other guys here. Harrison Burton finished 11th. Landon Castle, shout out to him, finished 12th. AJ Allmendinger, 13th. Ty Gibbs finishing 18th, his worst finish in the series so far. Jeff Burton finishing 3rd. Finishing 20th. The following drivers had an accidents happen. Not Riley Herbst. Colby Howard, Austin Cindric. Ugh, tough luck. And Joe Graff Jr. and Matt Mills. Josh Williams had a suspension issue. So let's talk about Mr. Popular of the trucks of the Xfinity Series. Let's talk about Noah Gragson. And boy, what an experience. He got 4th place, so once again winning Dash for Cash. Are we going to call him Mr. Dash for Cash at this point? But then NASCAR said he failed post-race expansion, stripped everything, and he was disqualified. Junior Motorsports later appealed, and what happened? Appeal was heard, and everything got reversed. So once again, Noah Gragson is this week's Dash for Cash winner. Jeez. Talk about leaving a driver in suspense. Overall, let's talk about the point standings before the race ends. But actually, I checked. It's only still early in the first stage. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here's your points for the Xfinity Series. In first place with 386, despite the bad day, Austin Cindric is still on top. In second place with 347, not that 40 points behind Daniel Hamrick. In third place is behind Hamrick with 319 is his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, Harrison Burton. In fourth place with 294, and Burton had 319 by the way. In fourth place with 294, A.J. Allmendinger. In fifth place with 292, just 2 points behind Allmendinger, is Jeff Burton. In sixth place with also at 292 is Burton's colleague racing teammate, Justin Haley. In seventh place with 268, Noah Gragson. He needs to find victory lane soon, because honestly, with the amount of things that's been going on, I don't think him getting in the points is going to be good enough. In eighth place with 263, the only other multiple race winner besides Mr. Cindric, Justin Allgaier with 263. In ninth place with 261, jeez, talk about close. Close right here. Wyatt Snyder, there he is. And in 10th place with 252, it is Jeremy Clements. See you guys for the point stand results for the Goodyear 400 at Darlington for the Cup Series. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to announce the top 10 for the Goodyear 400 at Darlington Throwback. In 10th place, and a really good run, we have the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman. In 9th place, as his hot streak of races continue, for the Butcher, known as Chris Butcher. In 8th place, we have the master of Blaney Ride Infringement, Ryan Blaney. In 7th place, another top 10 for your defending champion, Chase Elliott. In 6th place, the only good heart, the best Stewart Haas car throwback, Kevin Harvick. And in 5th place, another top 5, and yet can't get to victory lane, Denny Hamlin. And 4th place, the hot streak continues from the Baron of Charlotte, William Byron. In 3rd place, we have the rowdy Kyle Busch. In 2nd place, the other Kyle Larson. And in 1st place, the winner of the Goodyear 400, scoring his 3rd win of the season, the New Jersey Tasmanian Devil, Martin Truex Jr. Yep, though how fitting, the laziest throwback scheme ends up winning the race. So, okay, we're going to talk about some of the, talk about some of the other finishers. Chase Briscoe, his teammate, not his teammate, finished 11th. Tyler Reddick finished 12th. Ross Chastain got a top 15, which is good news for him. Bubba Wallace finished 21st. Yeah, Darlington isn't one of his strongest tracks. And then again, he has a crew chief that can't strategize a race worth of shit. And I'll say this again. I would prefer having Bubba Wallace than Nikita Mazepin or Mojave or Raghunathan. Dennis Suarez finished 23rd. Michael McDowell 27th. Jeez, front row. The following cars had suffered accidents. Kurt Busch, Cole Custer, and Alec Almirola, who had probably one of the coolest throwback paint schemes, only to have it last in 5 laps because his car got totaled. Because the tank team needs more nightmare fuel to an already nightmare season. And speaking of nightmare seasons, Cole Custer, the Rookie of the Year. And boy, he had the same thing happen to him, because I forgot who hit him. I'm guessing it was probably one of the, I don't remember off the top of my head, but his car totaled and the car went off the air for like a few seconds after it hit the safer barrier. Thankfully, Custer's okay, thankfully, so there's that. Cody Ware from Rick Ware Racing had a drive shaft issue, so there's that. So not that many wrecks in Darlington. We did see a lot of Darlington stripes, though, so never mind that. Let's get to the results. All right, finally, here are the point standings for the Cup Series. In first place with 529, the only driver at the 500 point at this time is the baller from Virginia, Denny Hamlin. In second place, last week's winner, and the only three-time winner so far, multiple-time winner so far, is the New Jersey Tasmanian Devil, Martin Truex Jr., with 454 for Truex. In third place with 428, we have the Baron from Charlotte, William Byron, 428. In fourth place with 406, we have the Connecticut Wolverine, known as Joey Logano. And in fifth place with 1 point behind it, with 405, hey, the freeway, the master of Blaney right infringement, Ryan Blaney. In sixth place with 385, it's Kyle Larson. In sixth, and another tie for sixth, also with 385, it's the Bakersfield Condor, Racing Condor, Kevin Harvick. In eighth place with 382, just 3 points separating Larson and Harvick, is your defending champion, Chase Elliott. In ninth place with 379 is the Michigan Racing Wolverine, Brad Keselowski. And in 10th place with 373, we have Rowdy Kyle Busch. So yeah, this is really starting to get very, very interesting how things go here, because next up, the next race, which is happening tomorrow, we're talking about the Monster Mile. Thanks for watching, everyone.